The Supreme Court signs a mandate that starts next week, and it changes silver forever. This week could mark a major turning point in the markets. Not next quarter, not next year, but next week. Something massive has been quietly building behind closed doors that could ripple through trade, ripple through commodities, and especially silver. And almost no one is prepared for the impact. If this unfolds the way insiders are expecting it, it could rearrange the way you and I buy silver in ways we've never seen it, certainly not in years. Check this out. If you're interested in silver, click that link in the description. Money Metals is holding this contest. They're giving away 20 Silver Eagles. Every month they hold this contest. Last month's winner was Dustin from Alaska. Click that link I left down below. Be the next winner on that list and take home that silver. Now, check this out. Here's what's actually happening with the Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court is getting ready to rule on a case that will decide whether the president can use the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, that's the IEEPA, whether or not he could use it to impose broad tariffs and export restrictions without Congress saying yes or no. This is not legal talk. This is who controls trade policy in the U.S., and that control affects import costs. It affects export flows, and ultimately the price of commodities like silver. Right now, importers are paying tariffs under the IEEPA, listen to this, between 10 and 41%. And that's on dozens of goods in dozens of countries. That's affecting global manufacturing and supply chains. How do you think we got to this bump in silver over the past 8 weeks? Look, if the higher court says yes, the president can do this, markets will price in stronger trade policy powers, which could make industrial metals more expensive. But if the court says no, those tariffs could fade and markets could calm down fast. Silver traders watch this because tariffs change how much metal gets moved, how expensive it is to make products that use silver, and ultimately how traders feel about the risk. Silver has not just ticked up this past year. It's exploded, 130% increase year to date. It's hitting levels not seen in decades as traders priced in inflation fears, priced in macro uncertainty, priced in trade stress. Investors aren't just buying silver because it's shiny. They're buying it because price swings have real consequences for industry and investors. Here's why tariff policy matters so much for silver. It impacts the cost of all the supplies that industry needs to even use the metal. It impacts the trade flows that affect everything in manufacturing, all the demand. It affects sentiment. Traders dislike uncertainty. They don't like that. And when all this uncertainty starts swirling around, silver gets impacted first. If the Supreme Court's ruling expands executive tariff powers, if they say, yes, go ahead, Mr. President, traders may interpret that as more structural intervention in the markets, and silver could rip higher again. If the ruling limits tariff authority, some of the uncertainty that's been driving the rally could ease, and traders might trim positions. Silver's got its dual role. It's industrial metal, and it's that store of wealth, and that makes it especially sensitive to shifts in trade policy. You have to combine this with the U.S. economic data that has softened recently. We've got slower jobs growth, we've got cooling consumer spending, and signals that the Fed may cut interest rates in early 2026. That's all showing up in the market pricing. Lower interest rates tend to weaken the dollar and make non-yielding assets like silver more attractive. And that matters a lot right now. Price moves in silver have been huge, 130% year to date. It's outpacing many other assets. It's making gold look like it's asleep at the wheel, and everyone has their eye on this metal. We'll get your own silver. Click that link in the description. Thank you, Money Metals Exchange, for sponsoring this channel. It's a great contest. Every month they're giving away 20 Silver Eagles. 20 Eagles every month. Click that link. Be the next winner on that list. Take home that silver, and I'll see you on the next one.